Everybody, what's up? Happy New Year is coming up very soon. So I'm gonna make this video just skating into the end of the year, huh? Um, Now I had done the Redman response to the Muddy Waters. Let me try and see if I can pull that up on my channel here. And I got a lot of angry casuals who were mad at the man in the Cosby sweater, basically, because I thought this album was trash. And it is. Don't kid yourself. Now, I know you're going to glaze. You're trying to seem like you're knowledgeable and you're into hip hop. So, you're just going to like Redman or whatever he drops. You're a dick rider, with all due respect. It's fine. It's okay to ride dick, but you're not going to tell me. I know hip hop, okay? Sorry, I know that sounds arrogant, but, the proof is in the pudding. Watch my videos, you know that I know what I'm talking about. But I love the engagement. I mean, again, not that I do it for engagement and clicks or whatever. I like conversation, and so I do notice that there are people who do reviews who don't have nearly as much as the comments that I get. Because the truth of the matter is that they ain't really talking about music. They're not talking about anything worth talking about. They're just like glazing. They're just, oh, Redman's great. He's a great. Yeah, I like it. It's cool. Very, 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 surface level shit. And that's why the responses are usually just about legacy and where the album ranks, and no one's talking about what songs they like or anything music related. I've been there, done that. So I say to all that, yo, Redman,
what we're gonna do right here is go back.
Attention passengers, we on our
The album was trash. It really was. Now, I have to say, I'm not a huge Muddy Waters guy. I like the first Muddy Waters, of course. It was great. It did have its fantastic songs. But I am much more of a There's a Dark Side guy. And I wasn't expecting There's a Dark Side. Before people start talking this shit, okay? I wasn't expecting that. It's called Muddy Waters 2 for a reason. But even for Muddy Waters 2 standards, it was terrible. That's the point, okay? But I wish, and I'll say this. I think Muddy Waters is Redman a little watered down anyway. Because to me, I like that dark experimental shit. Anybody that follows my channel knows that that's what I like. And to be honest with you, to me, that's the best hip-hop. Hip-hop to me is dark and experimental. That's what makes it hot. I mean, going back to the beginnings of this shit. Flipping the, Apache into some dark experimental shit. I mean, it's turntablism. Like, that's the whole point. So when it doesn't have that dark experimental vibe to it, it doesn't necessarily mean that it has to always be some dark shit, but the point is that's got to be there somewhere. The raw, that's what we call the raw. And so when it doesn't have that, it's whack to me. So, understand. I love hip hop for real. Okay. Anyway, I'll do a little recap of this year, slightly. Ice Spice. This is actually, surprisingly, I think one of the better tracks of the year. This is not an honorable mention. I listened to this like twice and forgot about it. But what I do think is really interesting about Ice Spice is now that she's lost weight, for whatever reason, she sounds like and looks like she's falling the fuck off. And I remember when Ice Spice came on the scene, everybody was like pretending this girl made music that was worth listening to and that her stuff wasn't just disposable nonsense. And this is what I think is so interesting. It's so image driven. Like, the music has always been image driven, but it's really become something else, obviously, in the last 10 to 15 years, especially. It's gone into overdrive. And again, a lot of that was Kanye, Eminem, Lil Wayne, just overdrive of image, where it was like, the music doesn't even matter. Before, it was like, okay, yes, the image mattered, but the music will also have to be somewhat up to par. Now it's like, it doesn't even matter. Like, they can release whatever. If you just buy into their look and their narrative, their come up, it doesn't matter what they release. And we all know this to be true. This is part of the bullshit. So no one gave a fuck about her music afterward once she started losing weight. And it's just fake to me, man. But meanwhile, people were pretending like this girl was hot. She was better than Glorilla. She's overtaking Glorilla. I would see the comments and the forums and stuff. It's goofy. Meanwhile, Glorilla came back and has had a much better year, I would argue, all things considered, because Glorilla can actually rap. Glorilla is arguably the best new rapper on the scene. I said this, since, last year when she came out? I mean, the bar is pretty low. I don't think Glorilla is top 500, But but the truth is that the bar is so low. There is no bar. It's non-existent at this point, unfortunately. So anyways, that's Ice Spice. She's on her way out. Rakim dropped a song that is trash, respectfully, and I love the God, but this is an album. Let's see the glaze. We don't care how old we got, quality's timeless. Rakim made 2024 10 times better. Almost 40 years in the mic and hasn't lost a damn spec. Thank you for bringing real hip-hop back. Rakim's voice is just slurp, right? Deep throat. No one is listening to this album. Okay, this album literally came and went. It's the same thing that's going to happen with Redman. Okay, it's just slurp, come and go. All right, and I don't have time for that. Okay, I don't need to prove to anybody that I'm a hip hop head. That's the thing with a lot of these casuals. They need to they're always on this mission to prove just how hip hop they are. I just don't care. Been listening to hip hop for too long. So now let's get into the songs that I actually liked that made it to the car where I played them from time to time. Because I'm going to do my top 5 tracks of the year, I would say. But we'll start with the honorable mention. So, honorable mention number 1. This is definitely an honorable mention. The rapping was trash, unfortunately. And it's interesting because I made the comment, wasted beat of the year so far. And someone was like, you got gray hair. These people always try to go with the old argument. It has nothing to do with old. Okay, it has to do with whack versus non-whack. And I always think it's interesting when people play that age argument because just the other day, Lady LaSure came out with a freestyle. It just came up. A month ago. What does this sound like to you?
Wow.
This is college for me, man. I know you like my style. This is college. Hot shit is hot shit. It doesn't matter what age it is, man. So stop it, okay? The truth is, Envy was a dope beat that got wasted. So that's an honorable mention. I played it a couple times and I forgot about it. Another honorable mention here is LL. Let's give LL some credit. This didn't quite make it to the win, but I played this a couple of times.
Y'all need a new team like a girl with a BBL need new jeans. It's in my DNA to let them play in the enclave, twerkulate while songs play. Andre the Giant 3.
To me, this was the best beat on the album and was overall the best song. Proclivities was cool too. That was alright. I would say those 2 songs are like the rest of it. And of course, Black Coat's sweet because I love the fact that he teamed up with Sona Jabarte. And I've talked about this in my review, so look that up, okay? But these 2 are honorable mentions. So that's that. Now, my top 5. So in 5 slot, and there's some spoilers here, but in my 5 slot is...
Yeah, come to my world. 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 Just come to my world. Zans. Just come to my world. Come to my world, it's real. Come to my world, it's love. It's love. Come to my love, get weird. No, we do all the drugs. No, I do not keep it. I show all the love.
Yeah, this was hot. It's okay. It's okay. Speaking of Pierre, I love Pierre, I really do. Like I said, after Clams is Pierre for me, basically. But when this comes on in the car, I always crack up. Just the fact that it starts off with a kills me every time. And sometimes I just forget that that's how the song starts. But it's like the song starts off laughing at lame things. These are things, man. Again, the guys that do this music stuff and they do a good job of it, like, They make great stuff. It's a great feeling, you know? That was brilliant. This album is, I don't know, I don't want to call it classic, it's too early, but this is my favorite, it's my second favorite after Live Love ASAP, is self-titled. There's a reason why everybody's still talking about Cardi. Fuck what you thought. I don't like the new Cardi, I haven't liked the new Cardi in like 3 years. But this self-titled Cardi was crazy. It was crazy. Again, for the new era, for what they do. There's no bars. That's what the new era said. We don't care about bars. We don't want bars. They said this like 15 years ago. Eminem has no real bars. Let's be honest. What bars does Eminem have? Eminem has no bars. Like bars where you like, oh, he's like, did you hear when he said that and I killed it? Eminem to me doesn't really have bars. I mean, he's not bars-less. But again, you have to understand how the writing has gone downhill. This is not new. Lil Wayne has no bars. Oh, you come kick it like judo? That's not a bar. You know, again, saying that shit that makes people flip. Where you're like, whoa, that's some real witty shit. It hasn't been like that in decades. It just hasn't been. And people don't care. That's not what they're looking for. So, of course, that's why we're down to like people like Cardi. It's just what it is. So, don't hate on Cardi because you don't like bars. And don't pretend like you like the people you listen to have more bars and no, they don't. They're not saying shit. Anyway, moving on. That's my number 4. This is my number 4.
New details this noon after a match.
Pleasant surprise.
Hey. Frontin' like they gave me something when I had to take it. Fresh out the hole, Christopher walking back at the Lincoln. What about the time? Wearing the same clothes thinking. Hustling with a visa, could've got deported. You was thinking, man, I had to do it. My mom's welfare, my pops blew it. Tried to swallow my pride, but couldn't chew it.
Hip hop, OC's Time's Up flip. I like this a lot. I love the video. I think the video is very stylish. You know, there's little things about this at the barbershop. I miss New York City. I'm gonna be 2025. I'm gonna visit y'all. Did I go this year? I did go this year. I always forget because I'm not usually in NY for long, but I'll come in every once in a while. But anyway, I miss New York. And this, see, I love this shot, and I thought this was really smart. I think tochiRTA did this video, and this to me is the essence of why I've always dreamt about NYC when I was living in Saudi, and I always had this love for New York, even though I didn't go to New York until 2002. That was the first time I went to New York City. But you know, just the melting pot, man. All the flags of all these cool countries and vibes and these people, a lot of them are lit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I liked about New York, and that's what I always imagined New York to be, like sophisticated black folk who are lit, who are interesting, who are passionate, right? And that melting pot, and that's what makes hip hop. It's a melting pot. That's the brilliance of it, right? So anyway, I love this shot. I think this shot is really, really cool, and just, you know, exemplifies what's so dope about New York. All right. Moving on, because I know there's no spoilers here really. You can kind of see in the list of what I liked. Glorilla. Glorilla's hot right here, man.
Run up on Big Glow, you won't. I bet your ass be on the floor. The car been here like Mayweather. Tula come through and blow a hole. Got millions out there rap shit, they hate her. Bitch stole the flow, Got back in after back in coming. I stole the show.
Yeah, I like Glorilla. How can you not like Glorilla? You know, she just seems like a cool chick. I gotta be honest with you. Again, personality can go a long way. Not that she's forcing it, but she just seems like a cool person. And she has a great voice. She has a good rapping voice, actually. I mean, we heard this on FNF. So, I like this song. Yeah, Glow. I love TGIF. Both of them are good. Again, they're not songs that I play a lot on my own. They're not that great. But if they came on at a club or something like that, I would be rocking. You know what I'm saying? So, in the second spot, I already told you I made a video about Agallah making the best hip hop. I think this KO tape was probably the overall best project that I heard. That's actual hip hop. And shout out to Agallah. I mean, I like this a lot. I've been playing the shit out of this since I've listened to it, to be honest with you. I just love this beat. Now, I'm critical in the sense that I don't like that sort of slow Griselda thing that's where it's almost like the bass is muted and it's just kind of like, that's not really my thing. I've noticed that a bunch of people are doing this. I mean, Godfather Don has a new album called Thesis, which was trash, respectfully. I tried to get through it and I couldn't. But again, it's very much in that kind of like, if you listen to it, it's almost like the whole underground rap has been consumed by this sort of slow Griselda-like thing, and I think it's really whack. But I will say that, of course, of all of them doing this kind of thing, that slow vibe, I mean, Agallah is just way ahead of the game, right? And the melody, like this part, the melody, I'll show you what I mean. This is what I call the melody. It's like there's no beat, there's no drums in it, just the melody.
I mean, you know,
This is amazing.
there's a lot of waves going on. You know what I mean? They want to splash everywhere. They ain't supposed to be splashing that. You get me? Waste of water, man. What can you do? Yo, chess moves like a Belichick. I'm an artist, but I move like a big exec. I go deep like you know the depth. Pirates of the Caribbean, do 'em like I'm Johnny Depp. Set sails like Somalians, we at your head, breaking bread, making sure that the family fed.
Okay, I've played the song enough. This might probably be my favorite verse of this year, hands down. So Agallah, I think he killed it. You know, they all killed it. They all did a good job, but I think Agallah really did a good job on this. So this is my number 2. My number 1 isn't even from this year, but this was from maybe this came out 2 years ago. But I heard it this year, and I was like, what the fuck? Did a complete 180 on Gunna. I'm still not a Gunna fan. I don't really like a lot of his stuff, but this made me go, whoa, I gotta check out stuff. And again, when people talk to me about how I just have this bias and I hate people, that's just not real. If you have tracks that are hard, know that I like that hard. I like the hardest shit because hip hop to me is hard. It's dark, experimental, hard hitting. That's what I love. So, and to be a great rapper, to be considered one of the greats, you have to make those kind of songs, and you have to have tons of them, actually. There's no one that you can think of that's a great rapper that doesn't have hard-hitting, dark, experimental shit. Not Q-Tip. All that Tribe stuff was a little dark. And not, again, it was lighthearted, but it still had that raw, right? It still had that. Listen to Footprints. Right? It still had that experimental fly shit, rhythm. You have to have it. So Nas, Jay, Big, Prodigy, Ghostface, Redman, Missy, like it's just gotta be there on some level. It's just gotta have it. So when you make songs like that that are actual hip hop, I'm gonna like it. I don't like this sort of wishy-washy shit. So anyway, this one was by far, I would say, like my number 1 track. Like when I heard this shit, I was like,
Mike Will. Mike Will.
It's fan chopper bullets, it's an AK in my hand. These boys a bunch of pussies, they no different than a trend. I bought the block out on the land, split it with my twins. I said the bossy what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. What the fuck these niggas thought that I was playing? I don't know what the fuck these niggas thought. What the fuck?
That's hip hop. No one's like confused. What genre is this? No, it's hip hop. Plain and simple. So that's it. I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of the year. See y'all in 2025.